What up? What up? What up? Nobody's here yet. Want to come on here and give you guys a brief analysis of what is coming in you guys' direction soon. Um, I am pretty much showing you guys. I'm about to show you guys what I've been working on the last 6 months. I kind of alluded to that today for a brief second when I was talking to Tyron about the code I've been working on the last 6 months and how it's taking a lot of time and energy and effort to do it. I'm gonna just go ahead and take this opportunity. I'm gonna share my screen and show y'all what time it is. All right. So what's up? What's up, Raymond? Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. So let's see, share screen. Hey, Raining, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's good? What's good, Mosey? Let's see. Let's go ahead and share this screen. So share this one. All right. So this is my screen. All right, guys. So what you're looking at is Camtasia. This is gonna be a little techy. I'm gonna use a little tech jargon, but you guys will get it. So for this video, I just want to talk about what I've been developing. So what you guys probably can't hear. Okay, guys. So this is me talking. This is me. I recorded a video. This is a SSRS report that I developed. These are all my reports, shared data sources, data sets. These are all the different reports that I've developed. Some of them were easier than others. Um, I can kind of show you guys some stuff in here. So let's see. Limit report, limit rows. So, just different things, man. Joining two data sets, different things like that, using different groups, different stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing. I've been working on this. This is what I will be offering in the Lifting the Veil IT Academy. You will receive the actual reports themselves already developed. You will receive, so as you can see, everything's been kind of developed all the way out for you. And I have videos recorded. Basically, that's what took me so damn long, man. Was I had to go through and develop all of this. Now, this is just 1/3 of it. This is not all of it. I had to develop all of this and record videos. Some of them 10 to 15 minutes long for each one of these things over here. Then, like this one, this is a report. So these are the reports. This is SSRS, which is when you talk about business intelligence, you're really talking about understanding the macro and if you're within an organization, understanding what's going on within your data. Um, so that's how that works. So now this is moving over to SSRS. These are the reports. Now these were actually way more difficult to develop. This probably took more than I started this in June. Nope, I started this around July. It took me about 3 weeks to do SQL, but I did everything, developed all these ETL packages. Some of them took me a week. I ain't gonna even lie to you. It was not easy. I had to go get other developers to kind of help me do this stuff. Some of it, but some of it was pretty easy. But it's pretty straightforward. Some of it wasn't. It took time too. Plus, I'm trying to work and do other things, trying to do a rehab property, different stuff like that. I just wanted to come on here and show you guys what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna explain all that in a second. So these are the different ETL packages that I developed. I'm just gonna grab one. Let's see, any day now it'll load. All right. So this is a package file system task. Oh, wait a minute, what the hell? Okay, so this is one that's empty, obviously. This is empty. This is not even what you call file system task read from destination. Okay, so this one is empty. That's not one. Let me see. This is probably it right here. Nope, it's got a different name. But at any rate, so these are the different components and tasks that I've developed, different things like that. This is what I do every day when I go to work, different stuff like that. Um, but let me show you the actual code itself. So the code, this is SQL Server Management Studio. This is where all the magic happens, guys. This is where where people maintain data, different stuff like that. If you come to the course, I'm gonna give you the actual code already developed out, so you don't have to worry about anything. So these are different store procedures. If you want to see SQL code, different stuff like that. Um, this is real simple, but every time I try to show somebody something, it never goes like I want. Anyway, all right. So we open this up, and this is the code you'll be getting. Different scripts, different things. I'll explain. I got videos explaining each and every last one of these that you see. That's in letters. So I got all that. All of that's already been done. So you're gonna have everything. You'll have the code. You'll have the code. You'll have the ETL packages. You'll have the RDL files for your reports. Um, there will be these videos that you're looking at will be uploaded to a web portal that you'll be able to log in. It'll be subscription based unless you email me now or call me or whatever, and we get you into the Facebook group, and then I can kind of get you in for just locked in for 400. Now, why would you do this? Because you guys see this and you're like, okay, what's the big deal? So what? I see you doing that. I mean, what's the big damn deal? And I thought you guys would never ask. Let me just show you right quick. So this is the thing. Let's just type this up right here. SQL DVLPR. There we go. So let's just look at what a SQL developer makes, so we can kind of get some sort of brief synopsis as to why I'm trying to show you guys this. Lansing, Michigan. See what rate they giving. They're not talking about no rate. Every time I try to show somebody something, it just never works out the way I want it to. Let me see. So I'll find somebody that's paying. Oh, this is in Birmingham. These jobs, if you don't see it, you can pretty much save about $50 hourly. This one's saying $30 to $60 an hour. Right here. This is in Palm Beach. 30 to 60. So, 60 to 120,000 a year. I'm coming in at the top. I got 10 years. You rock with me, you're gonna come in at least 45 minimum if you're one of my students. That's what I'm gonna try to get you to go for. So you're looking at anywhere from $1,800 to $3,000 a week. You know what I'm saying? Direct deposit. That's what I try to get my students. I'm very proud of what I do. We just finished class. The class just finished tonight. But as you guys can see, look at this: 85 to 130,000 a year. SQL developer. This is in California. Guys, when you go on these interviews, and this is SQL Server, which is what I just showed you. Let's see what else. Application developer. This right here in Atlanta. I don't see the rates though. At any rate, that's just something I can show you guys real quick. Right outside Dallas, Irving, Texas. Different stuff. Usually all these jobs, we talking some real money. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, go 70 to 90, San Antonio, So as you guys can see, you can make a substantial amount of money doing this, and it doesn't take a lot, man. You just have to put the work in, put the time in, come to class. I work with my students. I'm proud of my students. They just finished. Oh, what's up, Marvin? You just left class a second ago. I just got Oracle 12C downloaded on my PC. Do I use SQL Server or SQL Plus? If you tell me I'm taking my class, you really don't need Oracle. You need SQL Server. And I would kind of walk you through that. You really need to install SQL Server Database Engine, and you need to install SQL Server Management Studio. Then you need to install SQL Server Data Tools. That in that order: Database Engine, SQL Server Management Studio, and then SQL Server Data Tools. That's how it works. My spouse is in cybersecurity, and like you, he is passionate. Hold on, let me see what this says. Like you, he is passionate. I don't understand what he is talking about half the time. I just am proud of him and rub his shoulders when he works long hours. That's it. That's what's up. Yes, the whole thing is taught online. Everything's taught online. I just finished the class tonight. Some of the students are probably in the chat. But if you guys want to take the class, guys, I'm about to have the website up. I'm about to really put this thing out there. Like I'm about to really, when it goes out there, I'm going to be marketing to a different audience. And the classes I've been teaching so far have been from, let's just say, a black perspective. That's just how I teach. I teach raw and rugged. Like, I tell you straight up what it is. You know what I'm saying? Look here, man, they gonna do this. You know who I'm talking about. Gotta be careful. This is what you need to do. CYA. I just had my brother come on tonight and talk to the class. What's up, SB? Thank you, Rainy Woman. So I want you guys to really understand that this whole thing is taking months of development and training and stuff like that. Now, once I get this website up and get it marketing and stuff like that, I'm gonna start reaching out and, you know, working with people like Tyron and different people like that to really get this thing to the next level, because I believe that I can easily reach a larger audience of people and not have to raise my prices, which is what everybody's getting on to me about. Like, oh, you too cheap, man. If somebody can make $150,000 a year off this, why don't you charge, you know, $5,000-$10,000? Well, then I'm just like everybody else. Everybody else, that's what they charge. You know, it cost me 14 to learn these skills. But the thing is, guys, what I want you to understand is a lot of times, just like Bill Gates, and that's kind of what I'm looking at. Bill Gates wasn't really focused on the computers. He was focused on the software. And you're like, well, that's not about money. That's not about a price point. With Windows, well, yeah, but the thing is, there is no, in this space, is either watch videos on Udemy, watch videos on Pluralsight, watch videos on other websites, or go pay somebody thousands of dollars to give you a boot camp for 3 days and stuff all this information that I have been teaching from October 21st until tonight. All that information has been stuffed into a week. And you pay somebody $4,000 or $5,000 and you forget probably 60% of it, truth be told. If you cram, you might could pass the certification test, but you'll get a job. You won't know what the hell you're doing. Also, there are certain soft skills, certain things that you don't know that nobody teaches you, because I didn't learn. And I got out there and got fired a couple of times because I didn't know certain soft skills that you need to know. You know what I'm saying? So I just want you guys to understand that if you're going to come into this field in this space, you need somebody that's going to hold your hand and help you to, you know what I'm saying? Capitalism isn't supposed to drive price down, but drive down price, not up. But let me say this. The reason I think it's good for me to have this price point, I can serve a lot of students. I can service a lot of students. I can help a lot of people, but I don't have to hit them across the head. Yeah, well, man, you just trying to be nice. And you know, that's what I had some people say to me. You just trying to be nice. No, what I'm trying to do is I think it can be a viable business plan. I can set it up in such a way that people can train you guys and get you up to speed and ready to be able to go out and get a job. But at the same time, it doesn't have to be that I hit you for, and then it's subscription based. So if it's $200 a month, you work with me for 5 or 6 months, unsubscribe. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? After 5 or 6 months, you only paid $1,000, $1,200 at the most. You learned 3 disciplines that I tell you what, let's do this again. Let's share screen again. Let me show y'all something. So let's go to, what's the name of those people? Let's see. What's the name of that company I go to? Golly. That's not it. ATL. No, it's not. It's Peachtree Dunwoody. That's the street. Because I just don't forget. New Horizons. God done it. I forgot. New Horizons IT training. This is a company. Now I'm gonna show you if I can find it. They kind of changed up their website a little bit too, but these people charge thousands of dollars for the same shit. It costs you about $7,000 to $8,000. One time, me and my students priced it out. It cost you about $6,500 to learn everything. I think the sequel was $1,500. So just what you getting, if you come to me, you're gonna learn all that. But let's see. Hold on. SQL Server. There we go. So business intelligence development. Here we go. Click that up. Let's see. BI development. Let's see. Implementing SQL Server data warehouse. Developing SQL data model. So this is SQL. They're not even giving you the. They're not giving. These are different ones. Let's see. Okay, let me look at one with we just coding. And they're still teaching some other stuff. Let's do querying, see what this costs. Let's do that. Let's see what they talking about. So I don't know. I have not been on this website. I don't know what we're looking at. 5 days. Didn't I tell you? 40 hours. They're going to stuff it all in there. And look at the price. $29.75. I said $200 a month, didn't I? Now that's just SQL. Guys, that's just this. That's just covering this stuff here. Now, of course, it's 5 days. You really can't. I can teach you all this in 5 days. You know what I'm saying? I'm teaching you, like tonight class was 3 hours. They might do 40 hours. I give them that. But I teach class over the course of 2.5 weeks for SQL. And then I review twice. One time I did it 3 times. So I review with you. So you got to look at all this. When you leave with me, you should halfway know SQL. Be comfortable with SQL. If you're walking in off the street with no SQL experience, now that's just SQL, right? Let's go back. Let's see. So are there certain bullet points that they'll cover that I won't? Yes. I'm teaching your ass down and dirty how to get a job. You don't like that? Shoot me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So that's how it is. So this is it. Designing BI solutions. So they implementing data. So it sounds like to me what they're trying to do is squeeze SSIS and SSRS in one damn course. Let me see if that's what they're doing. Doing this again. Let's do it. This is okay, $3,000. Let's see. BI infrastructure, ETL. Okay, they're giving you analysis. That's what I don't teach. I don't teach analysis services. That's what I don't teach. Are they talking about reporting? Nope. They're just doing how to load data into a damn data warehouse pretty much. I mean, of course, it's probably more in depth than now, guys. Let me tell you something. What you could do is come to me, work with me for 3 or 4 months, save your money, don't spend thousands of dollars, then go to these people and fill in the gaps. Or you at least would know enough to know what you need. But I have about 14, 15 job offers for my students just off what I taught them and nothing else. Now, of course, they had to go study and find peripheral information. A lot of them is not just specifically from me, but I give you the foundation and fundamentals upon which, if you are a real developer, which I call my students developers, you'll be able to go out and develop the skills that you need. Like I said, I'm proud of my students. Let's see what else we got. Do I see? It look like they just. So it look like to me. Let me tell you what. In order to kind of get close to what I'm looking at, you looking at closely. Let's just say $6,000, just for them just to get that. Now this is one of the leading. New Horizons is one of the leading ones. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna find it for a few $100s, not instructor led. Now you might find something because everybody that talks to me tells me, hey man, you need to automate this. Well, I got that too. I'll have the videos set up where, what's up, my city? I'll have the videos set up, guys, where if you just want to watch the videos and take the scripts and meet with me once or twice a month, it's just $100. That's what it's gonna be. Right at this point, I'm thinking that's what I'm leaning to. Now it might be more, but right now, if you just want to meet up twice a month and have a live Q&A session twice a month to fill in some gaps, and you take tests and you go through different modules to take tests you got to test out a certain modules and stuff because that's how it's going to be set up. That will be $100 a month, and you'll get twice a week twice a month. You'll be able to talk to somebody live. If you want the 4 nights a week, that's $200. Really, the best bargain is the $200. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, guys, I don't really have a problem with the price because people are like, man, you should be charging more for that top money if you're going to give them this. And that's the thing, man. Like black folks, when we get in business, we love to try to tell people to take the price up. Take the price up. Sometimes, guys, and I know you like, man, you're going to overprice yourself. You're going to burn out. You can get, I go work for a development company and I'll get their ass 40 hours a week. They'll give me $70, $60, whatever, right? And I'll make 2,400. If I can make half of that consistently on my own with my own shit, and I'm working 4 hours a day, I'm happy as hell. Doing, especially when I can be myself. I'm sitting right now with some shorts on and no shirt, with no shoes or socks. I'm just sitting here. You know what I'm saying? I have not moved. After class, I did a few things, made a couple of phone calls, and then I came on here. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like freedom and independence and being able to work for yourself, especially when you are making differences in other people's lives and helping them and in empowering your brothers and sisters to do what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Nothing makes my blood push through my veins faster. Thank you, Leland. Thank you. Leland is one of my students. I'm gonna tell you something, man. My reputation is important to me, so I don't want it to be said, man. Sub coming on here, he just bought the money. You can't say that. You cannot say that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm just about the money. Am I opening up this and trying to expand this for money? Yes, but I'm still making it affordable. When I was trying to become a developer, guys, let me tell you something. I've kind of told this story a few times. I was a produce manager in 2013. I was making about $13.50 an hour at a place called Winn-Dixie. If you're from the South, you're familiar with them. It's a grocery store. I was a produce manager, assistant, actually. It was some racist rednecks I was working with. I was miserable. I got fired on purpose because I wanted to get unemployment. Didn't get it. Went to Atlanta, signed up with this place. The guy tried to charge me. I shit you not. This guy wanted $15,000. And he said he was going to get $15,000. He's going to finance that. Plus, he wanted 10% of my pay for the next year, which I didn't care because I said, well, shit. He teaching Oracle at the time. That's what I was getting into, right? So I was like, well, shit, man. I mean, at the time, I'm going from making $29,000, $30,000 a year to, let's say, 70. I would have been like, shit, I would have gladly paid somebody $700 a month, or not $7,000 a year, if it would have netted me a net damn near double what I was making, right? So what happened? I got stopped in Stockbridge. My car got impounded. I was put in jail. It was just a nightmare of a situation. And that guy tried to sue me. He talked about suing me a couple of years later, because I went to another place and got trained, and that place was $15,000. That's how, but I knew about this because I have a brother who makes nice money, has made over $200,000. So I knew what was in this field. And that's what happened, man. I was able to get in. And so, but it took me going to Set Focus, which is a company that's now defunct and out of business. Set Focus was charging $15,000. $20,000, they'll teach you analysis services. I didn't want to finance no damn $20,000 for no damn training, but it was worth it to go to that company, because what it did was it put me in a good scenario. You know what I'm saying? Okay, thanks, Vincent. Thank you. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you guys like this, man. If I had somebody, damn near 10 years ago, that would have came and said, "Hey, man, just give me $200, and I'm gonna train you from the rooter to the tutor. I'm gonna tell you SQL. I'm gonna give you SSIS. I'm gonna give you SSRS. I'm gonna interview you. I'm gonna prepare your resume, and I'm gonna be a reference for you to get a job. And I'm gonna put experience on your resume to make it look like you got 2-3 years experience, even though you don't." Guys, I got a business and information science degree. So all I would have needed was that. $400, all I charged was $400 at the time. That's what I usually charge, but it's about to switch over. If you want to sign up, call me. But if you want to sign up for 400, but when I switch over and let this website go live, I'm just gonna push everybody down into the website, and it's gonna be $200 a month for the nightly classes. I'm gonna do 4 instead of 5 nights because some nights I need rest. You know what I'm saying? Now Fridays, um, is I never you work on Friday night for obvious reasons. I work Saturday morning. It's no big deal. I do class at 11, but I'm gonna probably do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's what I'm thinking about. And then doing Thursday, Friday, I'm kind of just letting that be, and Saturday morning be cool, for people that miss. And then I'm gonna probably switch around and start doing day classes as well. You know what I'm saying? Um, I, I just, like I said, man, I just think right now in this space, there aren't a lot of people that are teaching instructor led courses online. Not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying and teaching it full on every night. You can ask these students that just took my class. I was there every night. And I told them the first one for class first, I said, man, what's up, Herb? What's up, man? I know you tired. No, I ain't tired, bro. I'm shit, man. I'm energized, man. I feel good. I just taught some students, man. I feel good, man. I feel like I accomplished something. You know what I'm saying? Working with these students and get on them, ready. Now they finna start coming and interviewing. When they come interview, I'm gonna shoot you down. Because guys, when you come to me and you interview and you pass my interview process, then I feel like you halfway know something. So if I ask you, hey brother, tell me how to, I have 10 records, 10 files in a folder. I want you to loop through those files and take 3 of them based on the naming convention of how those files are named. I want you to load those files into the table. I want those files to be, they have the same columns, so you don't have to worry about that. I want you to then zip that file and I want you to move it. And as you move it, I want you to rename it in the same process. So you're supposed to know, okay, I need a for each loop container with a data flow task. I need a execute process. I think I said move it. So move it to be a file system task. These are the types of things you're supposed to know. You know what I'm saying? And somebody might ask you this on the question, how do I get information about these classes? Let me give you the link to the website. Email me subzero3639@gmail.com. Also, here is the website right here. There you go. I put the website in there. Yeah, you better know your joins. But this is the thing, man. Like, I think it's worth it just because shit. If I just prepared your resume and acted as a reference, it's worth it. But if I'm gonna prepare your resume, I'm gonna teach you, prepare your resume, hold you by the hand, teach you, prepare your resume, interview you, make sure you halfway sound decent. And even still, after you pass my interview process, I can't make guarantees. You might pass my interview process. I'm real strenuous. People flunk 3, 4, 5 times. Then they pass my interview and they might go on the interview and it's easy as hell. Dude asking them about joins and shit, basic shit that you learn the first week of class. I got live interviews in my Facebook group from real companies where people actually can listen to the real interviews. So I always do this with my new students. I always tell them, I say, hey, listen to those interviews, guys, because the second week of class, you could have answered at least 50% of those questions. That's how close you guys are. It's an ocean of money out here, man. You guys really need to come on out here and do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of students, man, out here right now reviewing. And one of the things I do like is kind of formulating a lot of, dare I say, group economics. A lot of people are cooking up in this Facebook group that I have. I got about 300, almost 300 students in there. A lot of them are really working together, doing what they got to do to learn and study together. You got Black people working together. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to facilitate is Black people having camaraderie, having this oneness mindset where we can work together and build together so that we can get out here and start, doing what it is we got to do to have our own, you know what I'm saying? I got students, man, that swear by me, that love me, and I love them back. You know what I'm saying? I got a Christmas message from a lot of students. My lady went and got everything put together. That really touched me right there. So I was gonna upload it, but I didn't want to. I don't want to show people's faces. You know what I'm saying? But it was a hell of a video. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I'm motivated. I'm always excited, but I'm really excited about the future. I think a lot of students, the more students get jobs, the more I'm gonna brag, the more I'm gonna talk, the more I'm going to, you know, brag on y'all, man, because I think it's worth it. It's high time for a lot of us to get into IT. I think one of the real obstacles of us getting into IT a lot of times is going to these universities and getting these math degrees and taking all these math and calculus classes, which have shit. They don't have nothing to do with it. Nobody takes Pascal anymore. Nobody does Pascal, which was a science language from back in the day, 50, 70 years ago that people used to use with push cards and shit like that. We don't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? So you can do IT with just a business administration degree if you slick. That's really the degree you should get. I would tell you to get a business administration degree with information science as a minor, information systems as a minor. That's what I would tell you to get. That way you can kind of avoid a lot of this math and stuff like that. A lot of black people don't like math, so we stay away from it. Or if we do get it, no disrespect, um, I think what happens is when we do get these degrees in computer science, we wind up going into the blue collar IT jobs, if you will. Tech support, $20 an hour, unplug your laptop, count to 10, plug it back, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to stay away from that shit. I have had over the last 2 years that I've been doing this, which I think March 11 gonna make 2 years. Over the last 2 years, guys, I have been, what is it? I've been doing, I've spoken with maybe, I don't know, hundreds of people that have computer science degrees and couldn't get jobs, or if they got them, they making $14, $15, and they pissed because they see some Indians and Asians in the same company making 85, 90 straight out of college, and they wondering why. Why is that fair? Because we don't know. Nobody tells us. Nobody comes back and you know, be that voice in the wilderness. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like John the Baptist, repent. You know what I'm saying? Like, so nobody's coming back. And I remember I had a friend of mine that told me when I first was getting into this, look, man, I don't know if you want to teach IT. He was like, I said, why? He was like, I kid you not. He was like, man, if a lot of these people in the black community was going to be in IT, they would. A lot of them aren't in IT because they don't have the disposition. That's not what they damn this sound like they just wasn't smart enough. And I'm like, man, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I don't believe that. Bro, it ain't that easy. You can't just pull people off the street and teach them IT in 3 months and get them a job. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's funny now, isn't it? But that's exactly what's going on right now, guys. I'm proud of my students. I want my MKT King, you can double or triple that. You know what I'm saying? You can at least get 30 first job. And 30 is the bottom. Like 30 is like, damn. All right, man, go ahead and take it. Like that's how it be. Like I got some students making $30. You know what I'm saying? But the one student, and he in Chicago, he didn't let me tell you what he did. He came, and I don't advise you guys do this. He was one of the, dare I say, lucky ones. For every guy like him, which is only one, you probably got 50 that didn't follow instructions. Every time you come to my class, I tell you guys, the first day of class, I said, do exactly what I tell you. Do exactly what I tell you. This is not some egotistical big boy shit like I'm trying to be a boss. Like, you better do as I say or you don't know what you're doing. What I do is I tell them to do exactly what I tell them, because if you do it exactly what I'm telling you, you will stand the best chance of being successful. So the first thing I tell them is finish the course. Every night I need 30, 45 minutes or to an hour, anywhere from 30 to an hour of dedication for you to study. That would mean usually by the time I finish my 3 months, you probably a month behind. Usually you probably still doing SSIS, in the middle of SSIS. If you've been doing 30, 45 minutes, some people can learn faster, and they probably SSRS ain't that hard. It really ain't, right? It's damn near probably it's like a little bit more difficult than Microsoft Word. Like that's damn near what it, and I got a student making $50 an hour doing Microsoft, something a little bit more difficult than Microsoft Word. This shit is a trip. Anyway, once you do that, you come to me and I have you do the interview and all that. We get your resume copied and pasted. We get that together. Then we get your story together because you really don't have no damn experience. But I gotta say, okay, you live in Nebraska, so to speak, and you say, yeah, man, I live in Nebraska. I said, okay, so this is your story. You came down to Atlanta, you work with so and so, so and so. Then you work with this company and this company. These are real companies that I used to work for, right? You put me down as a reference. I really did work for that. They look at LinkedIn, they see I'm legit, right? Then what happens? They call me. I said, oh yeah, man, Joe Bob, he this, he that, man. Yeah, he's a great developer. Da 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 da. Woo woo. Bam. You get the interview. You go in there. You master your interview process. If you don't, you don't. But if you do, you get a job. Usually, what happens, like I said, when I said follow directions, people don't follow directions. Number one, I want you to record your interviews, especially phone screens. Now, maybe not as easy to record a live because I went on one yesterday. I didn't record it, but phone screens, I want you guys to record those because if you record the phone screens, number one, I can put that into the brain trust inside the group and let the students listen to it. And they can know, okay, so this is what a real company wants to know that you know, number one. Number two, if you record it and you fuck up, I say, brother, you shouldn't have said this. Or sister, you shouldn't have said this. You shouldn't have said that. You know. Number three, before you go to the interview, call me. Now, and I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying, call me. And I already got your money, but I hadn't had your money for months. But I still call you. Like I had somebody going on an interview. She's going on an interview. We sat down. We went bullet point by bullet point. It don't take about 10 minutes. We go bullet point by bullet point. And I say, this is what you need to say when they act. Looking at the job description, it says you need to know this. When you go in, you need to say this. It says you need to know this. When you go in, you need to say this. And it correlates. Why? Because you will stand out because they went and designed those bullet points for that job description. So if you're able to go and sit down and explain bullet point by bullet point at your last position, quote unquote, or just whatever, that, hey, this is how I do things. And it aligns up specifically with the way that current organization that you're interviewing with wants it to line up with, then you will be able to win. Okay. So this is the process. Now, what I foresee in the future is I'll have code. I have all types of stuff. Salesforce. I have all types of developers, all types of people as a team, and they'll all train you guys. And it'll just be a monthly subscription. And you come back. Now, all my day ones, the students that's in the Facebook group, they don't have to pay shit. They don't even have to pay $400. I mean, once they pay the $400, you don't have to pay nothing. Once you pay the $400, you don't have to pay anything because what happens, and guys, I got videos where I'm showing my check stubs of $5,000 for 2 weeks, $2,500 every week. So this ain't no Milli Vanilli. Okay. This is legit. I can let my students show their shit if I want to, but they probably don't want to put their shit out there. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, guys, once you do everything you're supposed to do and you follow instructions and you study, you record, you call me, you correspond with me, you stand a good chance of getting a job. Now, the reason I can't make guarantees is because it's certain things you may do that I don't even see. Like you might go on an interview and slouch in your seat. You might wear a damn purple suit or some shit, which of course you should know better, but hey, you might say something a certain way that I didn't know about, or you might look at somebody a certain way. So I can't make guarantees like that. That would be stupid. But what I can do is guarantee that when you go on these job interviews, you're going to, if anything, you're going to at least be able to, one, hold your own. Secondly, you're going to know every word they're saying. It's not going to be Chinese. It's not. If they ask you about something and you don't know the answer, you're going to know specifically what they mean. You just probably don't know it. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? That happens to me. I've been doing this shit for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, I only want to be called back for success stories to keep it. Okay, okay. Man, if I had $1 for every nursing student who didn't listen to directions when going into interviews, my God. See, guys, let me tell you something. That's what fucks us up. And guys, I'm gonna tell you a dirty little secret. The people that really follow directions are the sisters. I don't know what it is about us brothers. Brothers don't follow directions. We don't. We don't. Like brothers, I don't know. Maybe it's because we're men and we got this testosterone and we feel like we know. And me, I, as I teach you guys, one thing about teaching guys, you have to it's very humbling because people see you don't know shit sometimes. I'll be teaching and shit I don't know. I just tell you, man, shit, I don't know, man. I got to go look it up. It's humbling because I'm a developer, but I've been doing this shit 10 years. I know how to get jobs. You know what I'm saying? But it's humbling. And if people come in with an ego and think, okay, he's not that good, I tell your ass, I'm all right. I'm mediocre. I'm okay. I tell the truth. One thing about people in this industry, a lot of people that you'll find are people that have graduated from college at 22 years old, jumped in some company. They probably damn near a millionaire by their 401k, right? They jumped in the early 2000s or late 90s. Motherfuckers in their 40s, they the head of the department. They probably making 170,000 a year. Plus, they maxing out their 401k. Their wife and kids the kids going to college. The wife work at a company. She got $1 million 401k, right? This is the typical shit that you see in these spaces. Somebody like that is gonna probably be arrogant as hell. A lot of times they're very cocky, condescending. When you try to talk to these people, you try to ask questions about the data, about the business logic, they're gonna damn near act like you should know every fucking thing. And if you don't, what's wrong with you? Like, you've been here since you was 22. You built the database. So of course you know the database like the back of your hand because you built it. You made all the tables, you created all the relationships between those tables, you created the schemas, you created the damn store procedures, you created the damn data warehouse, you created the damn ETL packages, you understand how everything works. You get what I'm saying? You know how everything's running up inside a SQL Server agent, what time it runs, you know all that shit. So the average student or person coming out of my class, you probably won't know that shit. So I trying to give you certain soft skills and things that you would need so that you'll be able to pass on these jobs and be able to not pass on, but you'll be able to, matriculate into these jobs and be able to hold your own. Some of the things I give my students, like for example, I answered this yesterday for my students. And I always say one of the number one questions they're going to ask you as a student is walk me through an average day at your last position, right? Of course, you're going to see a lot of Indians in tech. They took over North Atlanta. Go out down 400, ain't nothing but Indians. So one of the things they'll ask you is, okay, walk me through an average day at your last position. And I tell my students, first thing you need to say, and this is something I always tell my students, I'm going to go ahead and say it, don't take but a few seconds. First thing I tell them is, look, you usually get there usually I would get there about 8 o'clock, 8:15. We'd have our morning scrum meeting at about 9:30. It'd be a 15-minute stand-up meeting where we would discuss any roadblocks, anything holding us back. We would have 2-week sprints. When I go back to my desk, I would sit and look at anything that's assigned to me in Jira, which is the ticketing system. And I would take those tickets, work through them in the dev. I'll take them and put them in the dev stack. Dev means development because we're developers, right? And I would work through those tickets. I would then go to the, if there anything with the tickets, I'll go and call the originator of the ticket, which might be a business analyst or it might be an actual end user. I would ask for clarity as far as the steps to recreate, because many times in these tickets, a lot of these tickets, they lack the steps to recreate, or they might just put a paragraph as if you understand the business logic. So I have to find that out. Once I get that clear and I do my own unit testing of my own development, I then pass all my tickets on to the QA environment where the QA analyst would verify my work is complete. Upon that, I would then go to UAT, user accepted testing, which is where the business analyst would verify the work. Or sometimes, I was just talking to my brother, he talked about how sometimes there would be end users testing the UAT environment, making sure that the work you developed is right. Once that's done, we would release it to production, but usually that's done in a release, and a release is done maybe every 6 weeks or sometimes 8 weeks. That's how you answer that question. The release is usually done at this time of night, about 10, 12 o'clock at night. We'd all dial in and everybody. You ever notice when you go to a website, I wouldn't say this in an interview, but I'm telling you guys, when you go to a website and you say, hey, we will be shut down at so-and-so time, at night, 10 o'clock at night, midnight. Why? Because they're going to shut the website down and do some sort of release where they release all the new functionality, all the new reports, all the new everything, add it up into that application like Career Builder or other whatever application. And all of the developers at night would dial in and everybody would be at home speaking to each other through Microsoft Teams or whatever. And we basically be able to kind of verify that everything is up, running like it needs to be. We test it, and then we turn it back on, and it's back up with new functionality that's been added. That's how we do. That's called a release. So that's a question all my students will get asked when you go on an interview. But this is stuff that nobody told me when I was going through. So you can go to certain places, they won't tell you that shit. New Horizons, because you don't know to ask it. But little stuff like that is actually what helps make a difference and helps make your transition into IT smoother, is somebody telling you the shit that you didn't know you were supposed to know. Because you got a resume saying you worked in an environment. You should know that, right? Well, I'm going to tell you. Nobody told me that. I walked out there cold turkey and messed up a lot of times because I didn't understand shit. See what I'm saying? Indians run IT in Dallas to Austin and Houston. Your interviewer will most likely have an Indian accent. Yeah. Yep. Georgia Tech got hella in. Yeah, it does. It does. Let me tell you some stories about that. Guys, let me tell you something. Georgia Tech is so cutting edge with their students. I was at Delta on a project. Georgia Tech contacted Delta and said, look, guys, something they have on their website or something is not functioning like it should. They want to fix it for free. They came in and told them, look, man, your shit ain't running right. We're going to fix it for you. This is the type of shit they doing. This is why we get left behind. We don't know no shit like that. And I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm a developer, been doing it 10 years. I would be nervous to do some shit like that. But these are the class level of students. You don't go to Georgia Tech unless you're academic whiz anyway. That's why their teams are different. For football and basketball, their athletes actually have to be somewhat scholars to even go to Georgia Tech. But that's like saying Duke or something. Duke University got some brilliant ass students, So that's what happened, man. They came in and fixed some shit at Delta while I was there. And of course, half the damn IT department at Delta is from Georgia Tech. You see what I'm saying? This is how, we don't have this experience. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Now, you could put this on your resume as a kid coming out of Georgia Tech. This is why half the jobs in Alpharetta and downtown Atlanta, Turner Broadcasting, all this, CNN, all the tech jobs, it'd be Georgia Tech students. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real. I know that. A lot of these HBCUs, we don't have those connections a lot of times like that. We don't. We have some, but we don't have them like that. And a lot of black people, when we get on, we don't give a fuck about nobody but ourselves. Just the bottom line. When a black person gets on at a company or some shit, they big shit, they move their ass out to the suburbs. They get their nice houses and cars and shit like that. And they ride and look down at every motherfucking nigga they see on the street. They looking down like he ain't shit. I'm telling you what I know. Because I work with some of these people that are black. They work in these departments. And I've had black people be more assholes than white folks in some of these departments before. I've seen it. Just par for the course, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's still all in all, it's still a good career to go into. It pays extremely well. I have mediocre or average skills. I can easily pull $100 and some $1,000. It's not even a big deal. My brother was just talking about guys that make $100 and $200 an hour as DBAs and shit like that. So that's $400,000. That's damn near what a plastic surgeon makes. In fact, that is what a plastic surgeon. The average plastic surgeon makes about $430,000 a year. So you making damn near what they make as a DBA, which means all you got to do is just stand the database up and make sure the environment is maintained and running smoothly. If it is, your ass is on your phone chilling. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I just came on here tonight, man, and just talk. I'm gonna show y'all one more last time, and then I'm gonna leave. But the reason I titled this video "What I've Been Up to the Last 6 Months" is because what you're looking at right now, this is the videos that I have been developing. Let me show you. So these are the videos I've been doing, man. You know what I'm saying? I made all these videos. And this is the ETL packages. Now, some of these are easy. Some of these are very difficult to do, to actually implement. But I was able to do most all of them, record videos for them. I did that and recorded videos for it. And I did this right here. These are if it'll load, it's going to take a second. But just showing y'all what I've been up to, man. So I'm proud of it. It's something small. It's not real difficult, but a lot of this stuff I hadn't done ever. So I had to kind of go and do it from scratch. Some of this stuff I learned, but a lot of this functionality that they added within SQL Server data tools is new. Some stuff I never heard of. So stuck us back. I learned on SQL Server 2008, just to go to show you how long it's been. I have not. So some of this stuff is just new. A lot of it is. But anyway, all of these reports I developed, as you can see, all these are different reports I developed and stuff like that. They are, I recorded videos for each one. You know what I'm saying? And I also developed the scripts so that you guys can go and I recorded videos for these as well and talked about it. Kind of all of this stuff has videos. So that's where I'm at. Stay on the lookout, because what I'm about to do is I'm gonna have I'm gonna basically have the everything uploaded. Where are they stored? So is her. Oh, I just put it in there tonight. Everything you got, all everything. The whole class got everything. They even got backups of my databases. You got everything. Her. All you gotta do is go download that Dropbox link, and you'll get my backup files from my databases. You'll get the DTSX files, and you'll get all of the RDL files for the reports. There's nothing that I got on my computer that you can't get, as long as you got the solve everything set up just like it need to be. Everything, all the properties, everything set up just like it is on my computer right now. So that's my gift to my students. Everybody that's a student, like I said, once again, if you're a day one, if you one of my old students and you in the Facebook group, you locked in. You don't owe me a dime the rest of your life. If I grow this to $1 billion corporation, your ass is a lifetime student. You can come back and learn. I don't give a fuck what we teaching. You know what I'm saying? That's my bond. That's my word. You know what I'm saying? If you a student, you always a student. Because I appreciate people that came and rock with me when I was just a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? And because you did that, I'm gonna reward you guys by giving you a lifetime thing. You can come back, take class 4 or 5 times. You can once I start teaching Salesforce or any other discipline, you want to come learn, jump your ass in the class, free. Oh, that's so-and-so, he good. Put him in there. The new students, they got to pay. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. So anyway, man, I appreciate GOAT. Anyway, man, I appreciate y'all. I'm finna go take my ass in here later. I don't know, but God bless y'all, man. I have a good night. See y'all.